Everybody, hope everybody had an awesome Christmas. I did. It was pretty good. Kids made out pretty good. Got to see the family. Everything's good. Hoping to get this New Year's done though, because there's no racing this weekend. I want to go back to racing, man. This is definitely gonna be a boring weekend without that. So we're going back to the YZ10. This will hopefully be the last time I get to work on this one for the year. Got the non-melted caps on it now, front, rear, and center. I'd like to thank everybody for the donations to cover that. That was pretty sweet of you. Appreciate it. Other than that, this thing's coming out really awesome. Today we're going to do get the steering rack done, get the shocks on it. Hopefully have all 4 wheels bolted onto it. At least get a good look at it. Got to wait till the track's open so I can get some tires for it. And the rest of the parts for the RC10T should be here Monday, Tuesday, depending on, UPS, FedEx, the usual. So we'll wait for a couple people to show up. We'll start working on this rack. Then we'll hit the shocks up and hopefully start getting this project finished up. Everybody coming on in, hit that like button on the way in. I appreciate it. Thank you. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, we got 2 people come in so far. Let's see who's here, who's hanging out. Let's hit the chat, man. Let's see who's going. Start getting some of these parts out. See what we got going on with this. Okay. All the parts I dyed. And we got our, let's see, we got some turnbuckles. Looks like we have our steering post and the linkage to go down the center. First thing we got to do is all the parts I dyed. When I do the dyeing on these parts, what I like to do is I take some fishing line. I put everything together kind of like a necklace, kind of like this. So that way it's easier to pull out of the pot. I don't have to sit there piece by piece by piece. All right, let's find the razor. Where did the razor get to? It's not here. All right, this has a cutter on it. We'll use this. All right, cool. Big Boy Toys, what's going on, my man? All right, let's get a good view of this here. Let's see how this has to go together. A little further down. Tighten her up. All right, cool. Let's see, just popping in to say hi. Sorry, I can't say. All right, man. Hey, well, that's awesome. Always wanted a YZ10 as a kid. Well, I mean, I don't know about the shipping to where you live out in the middle of kangaroo country, but A-Main has them on sale right now. I think they're $200 for this exact kit. $200. Grab yourself one, man. Can't beat that, but I mean, like I said, I don't know about with the shipping out to you. All right. Let's start getting some stuff taken apart here. Let's see what we got here going on. If I could find that razor, I'd be a lot happier. There's one. All right. There we go. It's got a built-in servo saver on it, which I guess we'll have to see how that's going to work out. Usually the servo savers get eliminated, but we'll see. See if it works. All right, cool. All right. So let's see what we got here. Got a couple of, I'm guessing these are going to be for the one side, like this. Shows the steering linkage is going to go in. It's going to go into the first one, so I'm guessing it's going to be the same on both. Now, are these the same? No. One has 2 holes, one has 3. The one with the 2 holes is the one we're going to want for the bottom. Okay, that's part of it. There's a spring. Shows a spring, a servo nut. Let's see, that's going to go here on the bottom. Spring sits inside of it. All right, let's build this first before we put that on. Spring is going to seat inside this one here, go into the nut, and then this part here is going to go into the bottom. Go through the bottom. That's going to be our adjuster. We're probably going to have that pretty tight. Let's see. Oh, getting ahead of ourselves. This arm goes backwards. The post is going to go through, connect the two together. The nut's going to go on the bottom. Anybody get anything good for Christmas? Find any good deals? That's the question. I got one thing coming from eBay. Wasn't hitting too much. Anybody looking for a nice XXX NT? There's a real nice one for about 160 bucks right now on eBay. I can send you the link if you're interested. All right, so that's your servo saver right there, basically. So you can get a good amount of tension on that. But you don't want it to be solid because then we're going to start snapping tie rods. But it looks like a fairly easy adjustment. It doesn't look bad. So I'm really not too worried about adjusting it on the car. I'm gonna leave it right there. Maybe a little more. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, now we can set this piece on there. All right, it goes like that. It's supposed to be a washer. This will be for the other side. This one's just going to show a washer. It's going to go on this, I think. Is the right side? Yeah, there's no bigger washers. Okay, so this is going to sit on top of the washer, I guess. Then have a little round spacer inside of it. Another washer on the top. Then a lock nut. Gotcha. Got a lock nut. Come on. There we go. Like I said, this kit is also available on A-Main right now. OG, what's going on, my man? All right, let's get this locked down. Bigger than that. There we go. All right, this we're just gonna have to take a little off. There we go. Okay, that's pretty much it. So that's way, I guess there's gonna be that gap here. That's way it's at least even. It looks even. I'll take it. And this is gonna go through here. It's gonna have another lock nut. There we go. So tighten it down, give it a, well, it's really any more than that. No, that's not supposed to be loose. Actually, I can go tighter then. There we go. just like that. I like this steering rack. I like the idea that they don't have any adjustment in the center. Kind of could be a problem, but then you know that you don't have to sit there and tinker with it. You know it's 100% straight, as long as that's not bent, I guess. All right, so what do we got? There should be a ball stud. Ball stud right here. Ball stud is going to go into the third hole. Here we go. OG, nice family pic of you guys at Christmas. Yeah, mine was in the middle, man. She had a funny face. I don't know what she was doing. She looked like a little Asian kid. Yeah, that one's mine. We're upside down here. There we go. Okay, I think that should be it. That should be how the rack goes, and then it just goes right to the bottom. It's probably going to be using these. It's going to be using flatheads going into, that's metal. We're on the wrong side. It's got to go this way. All right. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know what she was doing, man. That was funny. That was a good picture, though. So how was everybody's Christmas, OG? Did you get anything good? Did you get yourself anything cool? All right. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? There we go. OG says, you want the saver set a little loose. Those arms aren't strong enough for big impacts. Yeah, I didn't tighten it down all the way. Like I said, it looks fairly simple to get to it. So if I do want to tighten it up, if I have to, it's not going to be a really big issue. Okay, there's that side. Nope, Santa Pour this year. It'll be sorting out. So before I get anything again, I'm over it. Yeah. Nitro Bob, what's going on, my man? How are you? Merry Christmas. I haven't seen you. Yeah, I didn't get anything either, really. I just, I got some cash, so I got some things coming. That's all. A couple things. Got the rest of the stuff for the 10T is on its way. That'll be here probably. There's one part's coming Monday. The other one said should be here Wednesday. And then I put some money to the side for springtime. We're going to do some cool stuff in the spring. Okay. Let's spin this around. What did I do? What did I do? Let's see. Nope. Santa's Port. Yeah. It's for out the kids, man. It wasn't even that fun, honestly, with the kids this year because they're getting bigger. You know what I mean? Okay. There's the rack. Let's see. The rack goes... The instructions are wrong. The instructions tell you to put it the crossbar in the front hole. And then if you go down to the second set of pictures, it shows it in the second hole. All right, let's try this one more time. Oh, come on, don't do this to me now. There we go. There we go. Got that one. There we go. Nope. Wrong again. There we go. All right, final time. I'll show you on this. I'll show you on this. Nitro Pimp, what's up, my man? Did you get anything good for Christmas? I mean, I know it's Christmas every day down your way. We're currently getting snow. It's all ice right now. You go out front of my house, you're probably gonna fall on your ass. It's all bad. All right. There we go. That's our steering. We have steering. Let's zoom out. There we go. We have steering. Okay. So I guess now the thing is to do, we got to build ourselves some turnbuckles. Let's see. These, some of these. See what's all different. These are longer one, that's a shorter one, so those are going to be for the outside and the shorter one will be for the inside. Nope, too far. Do not like how they're using the plastic on these. Would have liked to see metal on these. There we go. Did the Revo video this morning with the iPhone. Yeah, I have it saved. I didn't get to watch it yet. I've been out all day. Like I said, we got snow coming. So I was at work for a little while moving trailers. That way our guy can move it. We ain't got to worry about it. So wait, how's one go? How many of these are supposed to be? 4 of them. Okay. Let's figure this all out real quick. Steering is supposed to have 2. Got that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are the... That goes to that. That goes to that. I think those are going to be located in another box. We're going to have to take a look. Yeah, I don't know how that's supposed to work. Oh, well. Figure it out. Snow is the best on TV. Yeah, man, keep it. Rocky Mountain, what's going on? Flyboys, what's up, my man? How are you? Happy holidays to everybody. Yeah, I just want to get New Year's over with because this week the track is closed, so boo and boring for me. But, hey, that's all right. That's all right. 1 week off won't kill me. But that was last week. I got to go. If I can get nice enough weather, I can get this body painted on this RC10. We can take this thing out. All right. Now it says the steering one's got to be 23 millimeters. I've been trying to get as close as I can with these because with these stupid hubs that are on this buggy, hooking it up in a setup station is going to be impossible. So we got to get it close, and then I'm just going to eyeball align it the best I can because, like I said, I don't know how I'd even bolt these up, you know? Like, if you look at these things, they're square blocks. They're not gonna, they're made for a hex. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. We'll get it figured out. So, we'll have to get the micrometer out. We'll see if we can get a good measurement on these things. What's everybody else up to? JP, what's going on, man? Nice. Like I said, there's a real nice triple XNT on eBay right now. If anybody's looking, I don't need it. I'd love to pass it along. 160 bucks. Buy it now. Lots of graphite. It has the Drake wheels on it. It's a nice one. All right, 23 mil. A little bit much. 23. A little more. That's pretty close. We're going to call that 23 mil. Let's do the other one. Yeah, I do not like these plastic ones. Do I have any more of these? Opna guy, what's going on, my man? I'm trying to think. Do I have any more of these? I don't think I have any that look like this, except for on a Traxxas. Oh, well. I'd have to swap them out on everything, and I'm not going to do that. Well, I guess we'll just see if they give me problems. If they give me problems, we'll have to come up with plan B. That's all. Let's see here. So Nitro Pimp, you got that Revo for nothing, huh? I don't think I've ever got one for free. I've gotten them for pretty damn close. I got that T-Max for nothing. And that thing was absolute dog shit. It was horrible. Still ain't done. Let's check this out. Let's get a better view here of what I'm doing. So we're going to get these turnbuckles started. 23 mil on the turns. And then I guess the servo, the one to go to the servo is 20 mil. It looks like it has ball ends on it. It's got to have something, but I think there's a different bag that those are in. So we're just going to make it, I guess, and put it to the side. Okay, let's see where we're at. That's pretty close. I'll take that. Gonna turn that one out half a turn. There we go. All right, cool. Which way do we put them? We put them with that out. All right, let's get this thing mounted. What does that get? M3. By 12 and a 15. So the inside gets the shorter one. All right, cool. That's awful short. Not a lot of thread's going to be going into that. Let's see about that. For normal use, it's probably just fine. For racing use, I don't know if it's going to work. I suppose. A longer one goes on the outside through the metal. All right, hang on. And a lock nut at the bottom of this one. The Revo was cat's tongue rough. Yeah. I don't think I mean, he might have something laying around, but I don't think anybody's going to have a easy time beating how rough that T-Max I got was. When you literally have to cut it apart with a Dremel to get it to work, that's when it's rough. All right, that's one side. Got some steering. That side's still a little stiff. I don't know. I worked with it to try to get the holes a little bit reamed out, give it a little bit of room, but I'm sure it'll wear in, or I'll bounce it off a wall enough times it'll open up. All right, short screw to the inside. So what's everybody else up to? Ready for New Year's? I'm ready to just get it over with. I got work the next day anyway. No partying for me. There we go. Get this tightened up. Okay. All right, there we go. Front end is on. Steering and suspension is good to go. Not a whole lot of turning travel on this thing. That's something we're going to have to work with for sure. A little bit of what's on there. Let's see. A little down today. Had a minor heart attack this morning. What? Was in the hospital all morning. Damn, Jay. Man, you better take it easy. That's crazy. Got all worked up, huh? Damn. Hope you feel better. JP, I did see that you got married, if you don't mind me asking. You got married. That'll cause a heart attack. Got word from my Traxxas dealer. The Revo is in fact discontinued. Oh, really? Hold up, hold up. They discontinued the Revo. Are they still going to make the T-Max? Because, give me that Revo over that T-Max. So wait, now, if they're going to discontinue the Revo, does that mean the Slayer's gone too? All right, we got to readjust this. There's my question. Is the Slayer gone too? Everything Revo based? All right, this has to be 20 mil. All right, money. There we go, money. Close. Oops, too far. No, I actually got back together with my wife. Oh, well, hey, man, it's good that you could work that out. It's like my buddy's parents. I think they've been married 4 times. Which is kind of a nice thing because we like to keep our weirdos together. You know what I'm saying? Like those two, they need to be with each other so that way we can keep track of them. There we go. 20 mil. 20 mil. All right, cool. All right, let's clean this up. We got some shocks to build. No, I actually got that. All right, got that. Only the Revo is off the website. Yeah, but I'm just saying, it doesn't make any sense if they're going to make the Revo. If they're not going to make the Revo, but then they're going to keep the Slayer. It's the same thing. They're still making the parts. Whatever. Congrats, bud. It must be a remembrance post then. Well, at least it's a good memory to have back. All right. Let's build these shocks. Let's take a look at these ones. These ones are a little different. Looks like they're bottom loaders. Okay, we need bag 7. Got it. Yeah, here's all the stuff for the steering. Yeah, there's some ball studs. I'm sure we could figure it out. I'll go further in the back and look later. All right, bag 7. Down to 7. Urban, what's going on, my man? How are you? Listening tonight and can't chat much, but I'm here. Hey, man, appreciate that. Sorry I couldn't make it on Christmas Eve. We didn't get home until late. Let's see. My dad married the same gal twice. Made it to 38 years old. Careful with that. Yeah. They'll kill you, man. My lady's a nurse. She'll get away with it. Natural causes, huh? All right. Oh, wonderful. We got more of them, more Eclipse to deal with. That's great. Man, these shocks are small. Look at these springs. They look like something out of a Bic pen. This is going to handle like a dump truck. Cool. Cool. All right. Let's dig in. Let's see what these how these turn out. Right. These springs look like something off of Tamiya. These are not going to be the best, to say the least. Let's see. Look at these things. Oh man. All right. Kind of small too. I don't think we're gonna. I don't know what kind of spring options we're gonna have available. Have fun tuning this. Okay, there's our springs. They're the fronts. Look at these fronts. These are tiny. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Afna, it was me with my fat fingers on Facebook. Just changed my status and sent it out saying I got married. Oops. All right. A lot of small parts here, so we got to make sure we ain't going to lose any of these. As I shoot them all over the place. There we go. Oh, okay. I've seen something about it. Well, there you go. At least he knows he's keeping up with you, JP. That's all. Yeah. I still ain't married. I don't know. I don't with the same person forever. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm not religious, and the farther I can keep the government away from me, the better. I don't need them in my business. All right. Okay. One more bag. Look at all this stuff just for shocks. Get that out of the way. Just get them off the side. Not going to need that anymore for now. So at least I guess everybody had a decent Christmas. Can't complain. Except for JP, but I mean the heart attack. But Jesus. That came out of nowhere. So what'd they tell you? Just take it easy? Put you on some meds or something? All right. Okay, so it says front shock body. Everything is assembled the same. The pistons are, let's see, pistons different? Nope, pistons are all the same. The shock shafts are different, obviously. They're going to be probably too long, too short. It's like everything else. Yes. And we have to put them together. Okay. So let's see how this goes. It says it's got an O-ring. An 08 ring. Okay. Should be 4 8s and 4 10s. Those are bigger than these, so I'm going to say this is an 8. This is going to go on the bottom. And then I guess that other one goes on the top. So let's just do that to seal it up. Okay. That's pretty straightforward. Nice aluminum housings on the shocks, at least. These aren't plastic, so they should take a hit. There we go. The only big problem I see with this buggy is these arms. These arms are made out of big plastic. I see those, if you get a good hit on them, that's not going to last long. But I got a buddy that does a lot with 3D printing. I might have him make me a set. Well, Rynks, you just put it out for the whole world to hear. Well, hey, that's okay. It's all good. I all survived. Just my blood pressure was off the chart, and they changed my meds. And I will live. You guys don't get rid of me that easy. Yeah, I'm on blood pressure meds too. I've been on them since I was a kid. I don't know, just how it is. All right, so it says there should be a O-ring. Okay, just O-ring. That's a shit picture. So let me look at these. It's probably going to be these. That's what I would say. Just like every other shock, you're going to have the thick orange O-ring first. Collar. Got that. That's pretty straightforward. Got it. And there should be a thinner O-ring. No, they're both O3s, so it's the same O-ring. So it's O-ring, hard one, another O-ring. Then it's got this guy. Just a little cap on the end. So it goes O-ring, hard, I guess you'd call it a little washer, another O-ring, and then this cap just goes on the bottom. That's it. It's pretty straightforward. There we go. I guess that'll do it. Then the adjustment O-ring. I guess you thread that on. Look at this. This is nice. They give you a nice threaded collared one at least. It's real nice. All Aspects, what's going on, my man? How are you? Everybody can hit that like button on the way in. I appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, blood pressure's crazy, man. Mine's messed up. I don't know what to think about it. But see, I like these too, so that's probably not a great thing. I could go and not take my blood pressure medication for months, go to the doctor, and they're like, yeah, that's working great. And then one day I'll wake up and I got a headache like you wouldn't believe, and it's all from that. All right. So I guess we'll get these 4 bodies built. That was pretty straightforward. And then we'll have to start working on these shock shafts and start getting these more of these parts away. All right, we'll put it all the way up. Same thing with this. Put a big one on the top. Now, before I put the top caps on, I'll throw a little bit of oil on these rings just so they don't bind up. Same thing on the bottom. There we go. There we go. Okay. O-ring, spacer, O-ring, and a bottom. And a ring. There we go. Not so bad. Nothing Aspects, just chilling, man. Gonna build some shocks real quick. The buggy's coming along nicely, man. All the parts for the RC10T should be here in the middle of the next week. Motor, receiver, transponder for the track. I just bought a brand new one. I'm tired of swapping them out. Should all be here. We should be able to lay it all out, get the battery in it, take the programmer, get it set up, and I got to find a nice warm place so I can go and paint a body, but we'll see. We'll see. I got a pretty simple paint job. Shouldn't be too hard to do. But I'd like to have this thing on all 4s today. At least I got to get tires. I still have to get tires. Don't forget that. But I can at least put the wheels on, and you guys can get a kind of an idea of the the paint job I'm going to put on this. It's going to be kind of cool. Pretty simple paint job. I'm not doing nothing elaborate, but I think it's going to be pretty cool to see. Mess with them at the track a little bit. There we go. O-ring, spacer, O-ring, and bottom cap. Bought 2 electric trucks for the kids. First time ever. Damn Arma fried the motor, not engine. First 5 minutes. Oh, wow. All right, pimp. Only peeve of the hobby is building shocks. Yeah, I hear you. I was thinking about doing this ahead of time, but, you know, I got nothing else to do. Let's do it. Where are we at? Where are we at? I'm almost done. Give me a minute. What ones did you buy? What that fried the motor? 'Cause I mean, I beat the living snot out of that. What's it called? The Arma. What the hell is it called? That one. It's right there. Arma. Quake. The Quake. Why am I forgetting the name of it? I beat the crap out of that Quake, and I didn't have any problems with it. Okay, come on. Are you going to go on straight? Arma Sentin. Really? Is there another one of these? This is kind of screwy on this one. I don't know why. All right, that one's working better. Figure that out. I'll upgrade it. That's strange. All right, Jay. Nice seeing you, my man. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Daniel, how are you, my man? Seen you out there beating the crap out of that Quake. How'd you like it? I got a triple backflip out of mine. I watched your video. That thing's pretty rad. I enjoy that truck. I actually broke it, believe it or not. That wheelie bar I got is trashed, my man. It's junk. I broke it. All right, a couple more O-rings, couple more seals. Then we get to fight the Eclipse. It's fun. There we go. One on the bottom. Same, I broke the Quake yesterday. Traxxas Stampede done good though. Spur stripped and fan broke. Man, you tried hard to do that. It's one thing I did not have a problem. How about the shocks on yours? Did you rebuild the shocks like I had to? Those shocks, they're only about quarter filled. Once you rebuild those shocks, man, that thing's a whole different animal. It's a lot better. Okay. This parts pile is slowly getting down. Thank you. All right. There we go. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. There we don't go. For some reason, this one just did not like that shock body. Are they the same? Adjusting nut ×4. Yeah, they're all the same. Haven't rebuilt the shocks yet. Don't like that it slaps a lot. Yep, that's the problem with it. Take the shocks apart and you'll see that it's only about quarter filled, my man. I don't know, they must have did those before lunch or something, or it was right around bonus time and they needed to save some money. All right, all the way up. Do our adjustment later. Overall, those shocks aren't bad. Aluminum housings, they're a threaded shock. I mean, everything's plastic on it on the outside, the adjustment collar, but you have a nice aluminum housing. That's not bad. Shock shafts are a problem too, bends easily. No, mine are still straight. Mine are still straight. All right, shock shafts. These are all basically the same no matter what you do. And I double checked. The pistons are the same front to rear. So we can just assemble these. There's really nothing to worry about. We'll fight the first one's usually the easy one. We'll fight the second, and then, yeah, that's it. Trick to the first one. There you go. Piston. Yeah, the Quake, I think the Quake was a good buy. I mean, I didn't break anything nearly as hard as you did, which, that's crazy, because, I mean, I beat mine pretty hard. I literally, if you watch the skate park video that I did, I launched that thing out of the skate park. It landed on the road. And I did a triple backflip with that thing, and, I mean, it was way up there, and it landed with the shocks before I redid them. And it landed fairly hard. And it took everything I threw at it. Oh, this is where we're going to fight, right here. Oh, come on. That good? That good? Yep, that's it. All right, I got one. That's a back. It's durable, just not indestructible. Well, I expect that. I mean, it's still a $200 truck or less. I think it's less now. For a $200 truck, that thing, I mean, it took more of a beating than I thought it would. I figured I'd have transmission problems. My buddy broke his, but he hit my 80-pound ramp sideways. Like, I mean, I don't know what he was doing. He was not paying attention, and he just straight up obliterated it sideways. And he took off a wheel, an arm. I mean, he did a good amount of damage, but, I mean, that would have broke anything. You're going 40 miles an hour, and you hit something that weighs 80 pounds and doesn't move. Well, you'll have this. Oh man, we're getting lucky. There's another one. Cool. 2 more. After fighting with those arms last time, I think they know I'm not giving up until they go in, so I think they're just gonna play ball today. There we go. That one don't spin very easy. There we go. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Quake. I think, I mean, I don't know if we can go that far with it, but I'm going to say that's probably, I'm going to say my cheap truck of the year for sure. I'll vote for that. Huh. There's no seals on these. There's no bleeder. That sucks. That's a shit shock. Got to get some better caps for this. So what's everybody else up to? Anything else going on? Quiet night. Surprising. I moved to a Friday and I'm probably better off going back to Saturday, I think. I might try that. It's dying. Ooh. Now we're going to have problems with the last one. Go figure. Come on. Supro, what's going on, man? Waiting for Dragon Punch to have their 10T four-wheel drive carbon shock towers. Yeah, that four-wheel drive kit's pretty rad. I might pick that up. I was checking that out. I was looking at their battery tray setup that they have for the 10T, the regular, the two-wheeler, but I don't know. I'm gonna stick with what I have. Should work just fine. But I need what is it? I forget the name of it. There's a company selling a gear diff transmission for the 10T. Kind of want to get this ball diff out of there. That's probably going to be a problem for me. I got mine already dumping money into this thing. This hobby is getting out of hand. Yeah, I'm slowing down a little bit. I think I got enough to last me till spring. All right, so let's see here. That's a rear, and that's a rear. Those are rears. These are fronts. Okay. So just start dumping them in. That's it. All right. What does the front get? I know there's spacers in here. Nobody's using them. Front, rear. No. Nope. Okay, I wonder what those are for then. Maybe those are to offset the shocks or something. Yeah, there's these little spacers like they use inside of a shock here. But apparently I don't see them going in anywhere because it's showing me just put this in, put your end on, put the ball in. Okay. Deal. You got it. All right, we'll have to set the travel on these, but for now, just run them up. More of these plastic balls. I don't like them again. Is this the B6 conversion? No, this is a YZ10, my man. This is old school. There we go. There's one. All right, let's do another one. My best RC purchase is the sand car. I don't know. I mean, I was checking out that sand car. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I just don't really have the terrain for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no damn beach near me, man. That ain't gonna happen. And, like, we have column banks around here. And it'd be kind of fun with the column bank, but with it being two-wheel drive, I don't think it'd be as fun as you think. Considering I have a 5th scale gasser that I run up on those dunes like that, I mean, I don't see it out climbing that. Not with two-wheel drive. It's kind of a cool car, though. Kind of a cool car. I am not a Traxxas fan, though. Nah, you mentioned the RC10. Oh, yeah, I misheard. I check out who makes that. I run it on compact dirt, so I want to try a gear diff. Yeah, for the dirt, I'd recommend staying with the ball diff unless it's just too much maintenance or a pain in your ass. But the, I forget who it is. I'll remember it. I'll remember it. Give me some time. They make a bunch of stuff for everything. But it was out of stock. That's why I didn't buy it when I did my build. So I'm just going to wait. See how I can get this gear diff to work. One thing for the 10. Matt, while we're here talking about it. RC10, they sell this here. This is part number 6908. This is an adapter for the RC10 so you can run 12 millimeter springs. So you can actually get a proper spring on that thing and run the stock shocks. If you're still in to run those stock cool vintage looking shocks, with that adapter you can run 12 millimeter springs and then you're good to go. That'll help you out quite a bit. These pliers, I'm going to need a new set soon. These things are getting beat. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, switch topics for a second. Yeah, the RC10, who makes that transmission? I'm trying to think of the name. They make a bunch of shit for it. What do you guys think about that new buggy that they came out with, that other throwback? The green one, the Masami or whatever? I don't know. I can't remember the name. That looks pretty rad. I think I might get it. I already got a set of 13 millimeter for the 10T. I was going to use that for the 10T four-wheel drive. Oh, I got a set of 13 mil shocks? Yeah, I'm going to run these for a while. I don't know. I just don't want to spend a fortune if I can get these to work. You know what I'm saying? But I have an SR10 roundy round car that I bought pretty much every 12 millimeter spring that Team Associated sells, and they will work. So I bought those adapters. There we go. Yeah, you got to be careful with these plastic ends like this. With that ball being plastic and not metal, if it's not straight, you're going to mess up the plastic. So you got to make sure they're 100% straight before you send them home. Not like a metal one where you can just let it ride. Yeah, so these have absolutely no like bladder in them. It's just fill it, slowly move it up, get rid of all the air bubbles, and securely tighten cap. That's not very I don't have a lot of faith in them not leaking, but let's try them. There we go. Yeah, the 12 millimeters are nice. Kind of sucks. I was wishing it was 13 mil because I got a bunch of them for my buggy that probably would have worked out pretty well as well. But I have them, so it's all good. It's like $20 for those freaking adapters, though. The only place I found them was eBay. A-Main didn't show them. All right. Oh, we got to put that in there. Yeah. Looking at these shocks, though, there's a lot of room for improvement. I was looking at them, and, like, if you look at the way the standoffs and everything goes, you could probably buy the real nice standoffs from, like, the B7, and they'd fit right on here. And then you can run, like, a B7 buggy setup or something on it. That'd be a lot nicer, but they're expensive at the moment. So, all right, where did that go? Let's see if I can set these, the length of these real quick. Not gonna get too crazy with it, but let's try. All right, 15 mil on the front. I mean, I guarantee you I'm gonna end up adjusting all this stuff once we get to the track, so. All right. Call that 15 mil. And we'll twist that one out of here and say the same. There we go. Good enough. And 20 mil on the outside. All right, that's got to go in quite a bit. That would, we'll adjust that. Close enough. It's going to go in quite a bit. Good enough. Good enough. All right. Okay, now we got to fill them. Let's take the car down. Use this right here. All right, put them there. Let's put this shit back. We're gonna do that again. All right, let's see what we got here for oils. They're gonna want 400 in the front, 300 in the rear. All right, there's our fronts. There's our rears. All right, so it was 4 front, 3 rear, correct? Just double check. Yeah, 4 front. All right, let's fill them up. All right, let the air work out. Go to the next. Okay. No gasket though, no seal, no bladder, and no bleeder screw on these. This, well, I guess it is what it is, but damn, I don't know. These are probably going to be a pain in the ass to get to work right. I feel like I'm playing with eyedroppers here. There we go. One more. Okay. Let's take a look. That looks good. Let's see what this does. It doesn't feel terrible, but would have liked to have seen a bleeder screw on that, or at least a gasket or something in there. It's got that little O-ring that's going to seal it, but nah. Try it. So what else can we do? That's what it came with. Let's do the second one. Yeah, that looks good. Not expecting a whole lot out of these, so we're not going to try too hard to get everything out. Okay. This was the last one. That looks better than the fronts. Feels all right. Whatever. All right, cool. Since there's no gasket, I don't think it really matters as far as rebound if you put the shaft in or not. There we go. All right, there we go. 4 shocks built. Put that off to the side, put this back up. Put these back. All right, so we got 4 screws, a bunch of bottoms. We got 4 nylocks, 4 spacers. Those look like mounts to put on them. So what's it want next? Springs and spring cups, go figure. All right. So what do you want to build next? I mean, it's winter time. We got to build some stuff because the weather just straight up sucks. I'm going racing more. Gonna work on the B7 a little bit more. We got some. I don't have any more parts coming for it, but I do have some stuff to help tune it. So hopefully we can go a little bit quicker. We got the RC10T here. Parts will be here next week. That'll be finished. These feel these feel basically like a Tamiya shock that someone put fluid in them. These aren't really great. They're not really great. Let's put it that way. Start buying some more junk nitros and restore those, but I got enough here we got to start working on. Like to have a few more ready for spring, for sure. There we go. Shocks are done. Now to mount them, it says, let's see, just as I figured, these are going to go on the top, just like this. It's the top mounts. These look similar to something that came on a B7, so you could probably change these up. These just slide on. Get a nice set from J Concepts or something. All right. And these are going to go on the bottom, 4 screws. What do the other set of screws go? Oh, 4 for each on the bottom with a spacer, and then that just gets a nut. Pretty simple. That. make sure. Yeah, these are the shorts. Shorts to the front. Like that. Where are they setting them? Inside hole. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, these look more like touring car shocks than anything. Not a lot of droop on these things. Not a lot of travel. Holy jeez. Rock and roll. Get this in there. All right, cool. It's nice to see this thing finally coming together. So what's going on? We got anything going on in the chat here? Super's hanging out. Daniel's been hanging out. Yeah, we got a bunch here. Why not? Everybody can hit that like button on the way in or way out. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, hit it up. Keep building awesome race cars. Do some more nitro once I can start getting outside. Got a bunch here that just need tuned, but it's too damn cold. Not doing it. All right, one thing I did notice that I kind of thought was cool that I'm not sure if we're going to have to change or not on this. If you look here, it's got the rear sway bar. It mounts the front and rear aluminum bulkhead pieces are exactly the same. So this sway bar, I'm assuming, as long as it doesn't get in the way of the steering, it looks like it would clear it. We can move this sway bar to the front. I don't know if having a rear sway bar on this thing for carpet is going to be a great idea. I can see what is probably going to start three-wheeling, but there's not a lot of articulation in the front, so I don't know if it will. So, of course, I'm just going to run it first. And I mean, worst case scenario, we could take this off and maybe flip it to the front if we have to. Hopefully, we'll just get it and it'll be good and we won't have to. But nothing ever seems to work out that way. You know I'm going to have to mess with it. Okay. Back is exactly the same as the front. We're just on the back of the arm, that's all. Still got to get the body cut out of this. We got to cut the body out, cut the wing out, cut the bottom tray out. Didn't get to any of that. What's it say for the rear? Rear is going to go to the inside. See, it's a weird setup. It's got, let's see. It's on the softer setup on the inside with a 400 weight, no sway bar. And it's on the inside soft setup with the sway bar in the rear and 300 weight. So I don't know if this it's trying to even the sway bar out by going thicker on the weight in the front or what. Because if you wanted it to the back end to come around a lot more, you would have put this on the stiffer setting for sure. And I have more settings up top as well. I got a couple of settings on these aftermarket shock towers, but I set everything dead center, so it should be on the top should be the same, and on the bottom it's going to be the same, but then you have different shock oils. So I'm saying I think they're trying to just make it square. It's going to be even. One thing that I do also don't really care for, if you look at these right here, you see how far out that spacer sets that shock? So you have basically a single shear screw going into this plastic arm, and all the tension is going to be right on that spacer. I see if you get a real good hit on this thing or something happens right in that area, I see that that shock bolt's going to just rip out of that hole. That's what I would think. And depending on how far they drilled it through, if you look, the hole mounts, if you mount it on the center, it mounts in the same hole as the screw for the sway bar. So basically that whole center of that arm right there, if they just drilled right through it, you got a weak spot right there in that arm right here. Let me see if I can get a good shot of it. Like that. You can see the sway bar and the shocker basically mounted in the same position on the arm, just front and one back. So that's going to be a weak point in that arm for sure. We're going to race it, so we're going to find the weak points of this. There's going to be modifications made, I can guarantee that. A couple things on here scare me a little bit. The all-plastic steering rack is one. The gears here for the belts being plastic is another. I found those in aluminum. Yeah, Racing, I believe, makes an aluminum steering rack for this, but everyone I found was in Australia, and I'm not paying the tariffs on that because it's going to end up being like a $50 part by the time you're done. And if it don't break, I'm not going to spend the money. Why would I do that? All right. Then after this, it's got the servo mount, which we could do. But I don't know if I want to. We'll take a look. Basically, it's 3 screws in the bottom, and then the rest is an assembly. I do not have the servo for it yet, but I can pull 2 screws out and take the whole top part off and just put it right in. It just drops right in. So yeah, we can do the servo mount next. Let's just finish this shock up. Turtle, how you doing, my man? Building something slow. I don't know how fast this thing's going to go. We'll see. It's going to have a decent motor. We're going to put a 13.5 turn in this thing, so we're going to see if it'll move. Put it in the 4-wheel drive buggy class and see if I can stay out of last place with this thing. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, whoa. What are we doing? What are we doing? If you start talking, I'm going to mess it up. Yeah, this thing's going to be kind of fun. We'll see what we can do with it. All right, cool. There we go. It's starting to actually look like a buggy now. We got the shocks on it. Like I said, I put the caps on it before. Whole drive line's ready to rock and roll. Goofiest hubs in the world. But yeah, this thing's pretty rad. If anybody's looking for one of these, like I said, right now, A-Main has them on sale. The whole kit, $200. Total steal. Total steal. Half price. If you want to build something fun, something different, this thing's not been bad. I'm sure a good servo will take care of any issues we have there. Then this, we'll just clip right on there. Probably should have put that on before. That ain't gonna work. What are we gonna use? This. There we go. That'll be for the servo. I guess the servo just gets a horn on it and puts another ball stud on it. And that's that. So it's got steering. We're good. All right. Let's see what that servo piece has involved. We can put another piece of carbon fiber on there. That'll make me happy. That's bag 8. All right, so we're totally done with that bag. What's in here? I think this is the parts I need. I don't think I need anything out of there. Came with a pinion gear too. That's cool. Yeah, these are the parts I need. All right. Nice aluminum piece here for the servo. That is the top cover. We're not going to be using that. And 3 screws to mount that. That's just got some 3M tape in it. We're not using any of that. That's for the battery hold down. We're not using that either, so we can put that off to the side. There's some more parts in here we're going to need. Okay, what is that? Using 3x5 button heads. It's going to be one of these. Another one of them. And that one. Okay, I'll put that away. And that. All right, cool. So what you got is a square block here. This basically is the only thing that holds it to the chassis. So that's going to go like that. And then this would just kind of bolt like that and float to it. And then you have, where's the other part? Did I not grab that other part? No, I didn't. This part here. Should be it, right? That's it. Okay, then we're gonna need our nice fancy parts here. We got Extreme Racing. Got a nice carbon fiber one to replace that graphite gray. It's not going to be the fastest. We might as well make it look pretty, that's all. Add my stack of stickers from them. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it looks good. It's going to be a nice piece. All right, so let's check this out. That goes to the back of the servo. That goes away. So that's got to go this way here. Like that, and the servo will bolt right to that. Maybe we'll just build the servo itself, the piece, because I don't, those screws would probably be a real pain in the ass to get to with this together. So let's just build it. We can build it. And I'm not gonna mount it. That's all I'm going to do. So let's build this. We'll get this whole assembly put together. I can take a look at what it's going to look like. But I'm not going to mount it to the buggy until I get the servo, because it looks like if I take it and I put it to the chassis, that's going to be a real pain in the nuts. Okay, so this goes to the back. And this goes this way. Let's see how good their holes line up this time. Pretty good. Now this is a cool, a funky setup too. I gotta show you this. It doesn't actually, when you mount the servo, it doesn't even mount all 4 holes. You only use 3. I guess they just didn't find it necessary at the time. Come on. We're not even close here. Let's see. Oh, that's fairly close. Why are we not going in? There we go. Just needed a little motivation. We got it. We got it. There we go. That goes this way, that goes this way, and then that mount. It's going to go like that. Just like that. Okay, cool. Finish this up. I think I'm going to call it a night. That's going to be pretty much it where we're at. Unless you just want to put the wheels on. I can put the wheels on it, but that's really it. I think we're just about ready to call it. I'd like to see the wheels on it, but it's not really a big deal. Okay, there we go. Now we have our servo mount. That's all it is, right there. Sit right here just like that. Kind of floats. Then the servo sits underneath it. That looks really good. Carbon fiber looks really good next to the nice carbon fiber centered shaft. I like that. Just enough. Not tacky. Looks great. All right. What should we do? I think I'm just going to throw them screws in it. We're not going to tighten them up just to get it on there. Just make it so I can take it right apart if I have to. I don't think it's going to be a fun time to get the to those screws to mount the servo. There we go. A couple more. It's nice now I don't have to worry about the diffs falling out. There we go. Hell yeah, that looks cool. A little bit of carbon fiber up against some more carbon fiber. Looks great. This thing's coming out pretty damn nice. Hope it races as good as it looks. Now we're gonna be in some trouble. So yeah, servo's gonna go like that. Arm comes out, bam, there it is. That's cool. All right, everybody. Thanks everybody for coming out. Got a little bit more done on the buggy today. We're getting closer and closer to this one getting done. Next week we can try to wrap up the 10T. We'll put a final finish push on that. We'll get that finished. Get everything wired up and in, and hopefully get that to the track. I'm gonna try tomorrow, see if I can go out and find someplace warm where I can go and paint this thing without getting bitched at. But we'll see what happens. Hasn't been able to find a place so far, but I'm looking. We'll find something. Let's put the box away. Make sure we got all of our extra parts that we're gonna need. That pile of we don't need is getting bigger. All right. So that's going to be it for tonight, I guess. We got it all in. I was going to show you the wheels. The wheels are what I tried. I was wondering, you know, since we had that problem where I melted all them parts before, if I'd be able to do these because the plastic felt kind of off, but this is totally different. This has a real tingy to it. You cannot dye them. They don't take. But the wheels were good. I ended up taking, this is a set of rears. One is white, one is black. I'm going to do a two-tone paint job. We're going to do white on one side, a little red stripe, and we're going to do black on the other. So it's going to be a black buggy going this way and a white buggy going that way. Really mess with the announcer a little bit, you know. Who's in last place? It's the white buggy. No, it's the black buggy. Now it's back to the white buggy. We're going to have some fun. But other than that, I'm going to call it a night. It's snowing. Probably got to get up early, do some shoveling, bust the snowblower out, you know, the usual. So, anybody got anything else? If not, I'm going to call it, and that's going to be it. This thing is coming together awesome. Gonna do some more nitro stuff soon. I know we've been dabbling with the electric stuff, but that's what I race in the winter, so that's what I'm stuck with. And I'm having a good time. This thing's different. I've never built one like this. I've never really done much with the belt cars, so this is definitely kind of cool. But all right, check everybody out. OG's still running his stuff outside. I'm too much of a wuss. It's too cold. Other than that, I'm gonna wrap it up, clean up here, and call it a night. So thanks for everybody for stopping out. If you can hit that like button on the way out, appreciate it. Till next week, peace.